All right, I've now purchased the domain name in BlueHost instead of doing it on GoDaddy, and the reason for that is that it was actually $2 cheaper than the basic GoDaddy price, and if they usually discount it to $9.99, but it's only a penny more, and it's like 10 steps fewer to just purchase it through your domain name or through your hosting company. So, and they do a pretty good job of notifying you as well. So what I have set up here is the registrar, the date, all that other stuff like that. I have it set on manual renew, which is that way if this thing after a year's time, if I don't really do anything with it, I can just let it lapse and somebody out there can have it on the internet. It is locked, which means that it can't be moved from off of this account, and the domain privacy has been disabled. The reason for that is it's $10 extra a year, and there's really no point that I see, since I'm not an anonymous citizen. I'm actually putting myself out there. I don't really. You can, if you wanted to know who I was, you could find out pretty easily, just from what I've said in previous shows. It's an add-on domain, which means I'm not creating a brand new account from it, and it's not a park domain, which means it would redirect over to my main domain, which is byobpodcast.com. So, and I can change that at any time. If I decide to take the site down and I just want to redirect it, I can do that through here. It gives me an add-on directory, and it gives me a subdirectory in gethealthypodcast.com .bybpodcast or gethealthypodcast.bybpodcast.com. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to go use something else. So let's go over back to our cPanel here. And we're going to go ahead and install a WordPress install on here. So we'll go down to Software and Services, and we'll use something called Simple Scripts. And I believe that on other cPanels, this is called Fantastico. I've seen that in some of the other videos here. What we'll do, and this is the Simple Scripts. This lets us upload all sorts of different software to different folders in our website. If we wanted to put in a wiki, if we wanted to do a photo gallery in a specific area, in a folder on the domain, it lets us do social networking, do BuddyPress. There's additional things on here that let us do different services, okay? And some of them are paid. I think the ones in red here are paid because I know Basecamp costs money, QuickBooks costs, everything else looks like it's free. iContact, that costs money. Yeah, it looks like the ones in red are the paid services, and I think everything else is free. I obviously have not used all of these, but you can go through and it'll kind of tell you a little bit about what it's about, and it just makes it easier to install things. So what we're going to do up here in blogs is do WordPress. Now these are the two current installs of WordPress that I have on my account, BYOB Podcast and howtobuildaCattree.com. I haven't done anything with this, but there's still WordPress installed on it. So what I'm going to do is go down here to, this is a brand new install. So I'll click on that. BlueHost doesn't give a limit to how many websites you can have, and almost certainly if you wanted to, you could have 1,000 or so different WordPress installs. Okay, this is going to let me choose our version here, and you almost always want to go with the most recent version. And except for when they do like a hard jump, like from 2.9 to 3, you might want to wait a little while, let them get a few of the updates done, and then upgrade, kind of jump over 3 into 3.02 or something like that. They usually update pretty quickly on those. But we're on 3.11 at the time of this recording. I do not want to install it on my current install, which is byobpodcast.com. That would basically delete everything that I have already put up. Okay, these are the other domain names with the www on there, that's how I want it to come up. These are the ones if I wanted to do it without www, and this gives me my subdomains on here. So if I wanted to do the gethealthypodcast.bybpodcast.com, I could do that on here. I don't want to do that. I want to do specifically gethealthypodcast.com. So we'll click that, and then we're not going to put in a subdirectory here. And the reason for that is it's going to let us install it on the main reason for this site is a blog. Now, if you were building your site in, you wanted to have a blog as sort of a side site to it, you would put in whatever folder, and you could put in, blog into that. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put it directly on the thing because it is primarily a blog/podcast site. Okay, click that you read the conditions, even though I haven't. It's fine. What are you going to do? Not install it? So click to go and load it. It is installing. It takes very little time to do. And they put a little ad up here about your premium WordPress themes. Let me talk right now about Thesis. I'm not going to install Thesis on this right now. Okay? It gives me a basic username and admin. Okay? This right here, which I should write down before I go any further. And I'm going to. Because this I need to log in the first time. Okay? So with that, now we have our main site URL and then our login URL. It's successfully installed. So we're going to go over to this one here and just go ahead and log us in. So we'll do admin. TFMACRB. Log in. Not now. Now what we have is this is the initial install right here. I'm going to go ahead and stop this and do on the next video the going through and editing this. I just wanted to show you real quick how easy it was to install.